Hey out there, thanks for tuning in. I was over at the Hazlet cottage today, sprucing it up, because I'm hoping to list it in 2 days. And I'm going to tell you why in 2 days in a second, because I'm going to make a prediction about the Hazlet cottage. I think Tom or his guys were over at the Brown house, buttoning things up over there with the interior. Then we're going to get going on the exterior. I think the backsplash might have been done today or tomorrow, I'm not sure. Touching base with Tom tomorrow. But listen, I want to tell you 2 stories first. One of them is this. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about the Brown house. He said he had some investors that like to buy rentals, and they might be interested in the house. So they said they were interested in it, and then the next day, they said to my friend, well, we're not buying it because you know how much I bought it for compared to what I'm going to be selling it for, and they're not interested. The reason being is because I bought it for quite a bit less than what I'm going to be selling it for. Actually, that's the name of the game. Buy low, sell high, right? I'm not going to be selling it for so high that it's like outrageous. I'm going to put it on the market for $330. That's what I have an appraisal on it for. $330. It's a seller's market. That's a fair price. But anyway, I'm telling you that story for a reason. I bought the cottage, the Hazlet cottage. I'd have to look, but I think 2.5 years ago. And when I bought that place, I said to myself, I was buying it off of a realtor who was also an investor. And I looked at the price that he paid for it. And I was like, he didn't even swing a hammer. He didn't do anything to this property. And he's still going to be walking away with $25,000, $30,000 on his house. At first I was like, it's kind of unfair. But then I realized, a deal is a deal. You got to be in it to win it. Because now that cottage, when I thought like I was the recipient of like not that good of a deal, it's turning out to be quite a good deal. Now I'm going to make a prediction about the cottage. Not like, Harry thinks he's a know-it-all and he's just doing this. No, I'm doing a prediction because what I don't like is when people say, hey, I remember when I said 3 years ago about the market doing this and now it's doing it. And then you look back and you're like, when did you make that prediction? So I'm making a prediction this way. If it doesn't go that way, it'll be on video. So, stacking the odds. I put the stacking the odds down because I went to the casino last weekend. Saturday night we stayed over. We didn't tell anybody. I don't think Diane watches the video, so she's not even going to know that I'm telling you guys. Anyway, let me make a long story short. I like to play craps. Not all the time, but this time I wanted to play craps. I started with $176. I had 2 winning sessions before that, but I only had $176 left at this point. I mean, I had other money, but anyway, I had $176 in chips. Went up to the craps table. It's a $10 table. It was a cold table. Played for like 20 minutes. It was like cold. I had $103 left. $103. I took all my reds and gave it to the dealer and asked him for a black chip, a $100 chip. So I had $103. I put the $103 into the field bet. Now the field bet, it's not really that good of a bet. The house edge is like 5.5%. It's not a bet I want to usually make. However, I guess I was losing patience or something, or I wanted to take a risk. So I put it in the field bet. The $3 was for the dealers. So if I hit, I would tip them. So lo and behold, a 2 comes out. Well, it just so happens a 2 and a 12 that pays double in the field bet. So I won $200. I took the $200. They got $9 for a tip. Pretty good tip. I took the $200, put it in my pocket, and I let it roll. And I hit another 2 or 3 times. Make a long story short, I wound up winning like $500. It's not like hitting a Mega Million or anything like that, but it was nice to walk away a winner. So, in that particular case, I knew what I was getting into. I know what the house edge is on most of the bets that I make down at the casino. Not because, like, I'm a, mathematician or, like, Rain Man or something like that. I just like to know these things. I like to know what the best bets are. So, as far as how that relates to real estate, I like to stack the odds in my favor. So, the cottage, the Hazlet cottage, the tenant moved out on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. I got the exterior all nice and clean. Tomorrow I'm going to plant some flowers. We're going to not stage it, but we're going to put some pops of color in there tomorrow. Some little accents here or there because it's very neutral. The place is spotless, by the way. This is how I'm going to stack the odds with real estate. I wasn't stacking the odds with the casino, but I knew what I was getting into. They stacked the odds against us. I'm going to put The cottage on the market on Thursday. It's the best day to list a house. This way you're capturing the audience that wants to go out and look on the weekends. Thursday, hey honey, did you see this property? Let's get the realtor involved for a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday showing. Thursday's best day to list a house. This is what I'm doing with the list price. I already looked on Zillow. I know what the Zestimate is. Now, I don't want to price it too low. People are going to think there's something wrong with it. I don't want to price it too high because then people are going to be like, whoa, this guy's getting greedy. The Zestimate is. So, I price it at 95% of the Zestimate. Gets people motivated. I'm going to pay 3% to a buyer's agent. I'm a realtor. I'm going to list it, and I'll pay a buyer's agent 3%. A lot of times you'll see in the MLS, a buyer's agent is going to receive 2.5%, which in this market, that's fair. I mean, these properties are selling like crazy. But 3% is going to get the juices running with some realtors. Like, hey, this guy's like fair. That's more than I would make on a X amount. You know what I mean? The possibilities on this house of keeping it, going back to the town to buy the lot next door, building something new, you know, the low taxes, there's so many different possibilities on this house. I think the market's going to be huge. And I don't know if I told you in previous videos, but it's a seller's market. It's a seller's market. I got the statistics yesterday from the Board of Realtors. Appreciation, 14% in the last year. There's half of the properties on the market this year than at the same time last year. Sales are going through the roof. People are getting above 100% of the list price. Now check this out. I hit myself in the nose with a rock today when I was trimming. Bing! Just missed my eye. Now don't be focusing in on it because I got stuff to talk about. So here's my prediction. And again, it's not like I'm going to be saying, hey, I'm all that. I'm just making a prediction. And then at the, Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, I'll tell you how it went. Today's the 11th, May 11th. We're talking about the Hazlet cottage. And here's a prediction. The Zestimate's $259. I'm going to list it at $246,000, 95%, stacking the odds. I'm going to list it on 5/13. I'm hoping to list it on 5/13, which is Thursday. If not, I'll wait until next Thursday, but I really want to list it on 5/13. Here's my prediction. In 4 days after I list it, I'll have 4 offers. One of them is going to be a low ball from like an investor, and they're going to want to offer me less than $200,000. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to play that, but I might have fun with it. I'm not sure. Remind me of that. I'm going to get number 2 offer is going to be somewhere around $230,000 or so. You know, if you would have offered me $230,000 a year ago, I think I might have jumped on it. But it's a seller's market, and I'm not desperate to sell this house. And then I'm going to get number 3 and number 4 offer, and they're going to be above list price. That's my prediction. Now, what happens whether or not I sell it, the contingencies that are in there, if these buyers are serious and all that, that's a whole nother story. I can't, pinpoint it. But that's my prediction. 4 offers in 4 days, and then we'll see if I'm going to sell it. Because like I said, I'm not desperate to sell it. I could just rent it. And if I rent it, I can get more money than the previous tenant that was in there. So I'll tell you how it goes.